Hey, this your girl Ashley. I'm back with another video and I got a mic. So yes, today's video is killers in the 2000s and let's go. So the first person is William Howell. He is an American serial killer who is convicted of murdering 7 women in 2003. He is one of the most prolific serial killers in Connecticut history. In November of 2017, while already serving a 15-year prison sentence for manslaughter, he was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences, meaning he was sentenced to 360 years in prison, which he is currently serving at the institution in Connecticut. His other names is Sick Ripper, 6 count of murder, first degree manslaughter, and victims he had 7, and his span of crimes were from January through October of 2003. I want to know how much battery life is in this. Okay, anyway, I don't think that's the question I should be asking now. So the next person is Scott Kimball. He is a convicted serial killer, con man, and fraudster from Colorado who murdered at least 4 people over a 2-year span. Investigators strongly suspect him in as many as 21 other unsolved killings. For the first year of his murder activity, he worked as an FBI agent informant, which both pay him and protect him from facing justice over some of his fraud schemes, right? Almost none of the information he gave the Bureau was any use in prosecuting other crimes, and much of it later proved false. The case greatly embarrassed the Bureau. The agent who oversaw him during this period was disciplined. He insisted he was not the only one responsible for enabling the suspect Kimball. So his other name is funny. It's called Joe Snitch. Snitch. And Hannibal. But we already have a Hannibal Lecter. Like, not a Lecter, but Hannibal collect. Cannibal. Hector Cannibal. You know what I mean. And then his count was 4 counts of second degree murder, fraud, forgery, felony possession of a firearm, attempted escape. He got 70 years in prison. There was 4 victims. Okay, I gotta make sure. 4 victims, and the span of his crimes was from 2003 to 2004 in Colorado. The next person we have is Vicky Jackson. Is an American serial killer who killed at least 10 patients at the Noble General Hospital in Texas between 2000 and 2001 using the muscle paralytic drug. Despite protesting her innocence, she was found guilty. She was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to life imprisonment. Her conviction was a capital murder, and then it was in Texas. Okay. Next person that we have is Ronald Ward Jr. He was an American serial killer who murdered at least 3 women and one man in the span of several months in 2000. Initially convicted for the murder of a guy named Craig Petrich in Montana, he was later linked by DNA evidence to 3 other murders, which had occurred in Arkansas and California. Ward died serving his sentence in the Montana State Prison in 2014, but the cause of his death was not disclosed. Sound a little shady to me. But yeah, he died April the 11th, which is coming up. April the 11th, 2014. Conviction was murder. Yeah, he was just convicted of murder. And then, of course, he had life imprisonment, but died serving his sentence. He had 4 plus victims, and the span of his crimes was from August to December of 2000 in Arkansas, Montana, and California. And the last person that we have is Terry Hankins. He was an American serial killer who killed 5 family members in Mansfield, Texas, between October 2000 and August of 2021. After fully admitting responsibility, he was convicted of 2 of the murders and was sentenced to death. Hank was executed by lethal injection on June the 2nd of 2029, becoming the 200th inmate executed in Texas under the governmentship of Rick Perry. That's not something to brag about. Okay, anyway, that's not something to brag about. He was the 200th person. Yay! I don't, Texas be ready to kill you. But he died June the 2nd, 2009, in Huntsville, Texas. Of course, his death was lethal injection, 2 counts of capital murder. I can't believe I sped through that because I just looked down at a piece of paper. But I like reading on a piece of paper because like it gives me more insight. But I really did try to get people that were not rapists because that was hard. It's easy to find someone that's a rapist, but to find serial killers that's not really a rapist, that's the challenge, right? And like talking about the serial killers, because a lot of them they just like being disgusting, right? So, but yeah, that's all for today.